so I have twice as much living room now. Bye. Probably, let's be real, I like a patch pocket, but I can't use it because then it'll be gone. But if I don't use it, it will rot. They're pretty fantastic. Hello, this is Sarah V, and today I am going to be sharing with you my summer sewing plans. And I'm trying to keep things down to maybe 7 or 8, maybe 9, and upload every other week because uploading every single week, I end up getting burnt out and then I just stop uploading. But anyway, yeah. Also, I am sorry if this audio is really terrible. I am using a different phone than I usually do. I usually film my audio on my old phone because for whatever reason, it works better with the microphone. But you know, it gets really annoying having to charge that, so. We'll see if the audio is absolutely terrible or not. And if the graphics quality is absolutely terrible too, because for whatever reason, the Google Pixels, once the video gets expanded like on a TV screen, it gets weirdly pixelated. So we'll see if that happens because I have changed the way it saves. So hopefully that fixes the problem. But I got this phone because I wanted to use it to film. So I think I would like to start with tops. And this time I just put it in this old cardboard box that my great grandma had sewing patterns in because I put away all the patterns. Well, I would say like 95% of them. There's still some that I need to put in my app. But yeah, most of them are out of my living room finally. So I have twice as much living room now. My first pattern is Simplicity 2382. And I would like to make this view down here. The fabric I am going to be using is this white rayon that I used to make a shirt at the beginning of my channel. It was a Vogue pattern. And I've actually worn that a couple times recently. I hadn't worn it very much when I first made it, but I've worn it a couple times recently and it was not the best style of shirt to use rayon with, but it's a little late for that. But yeah, it's just going to be a nice basic white blouse that I can pair with anything. And with the Peter Pan collar, I think it will be cute and feminine. But I've been needing a new white blouse, and I've been saying this, I think, since the fall, and I haven't done anything about it. Next, I would like to sew up this skirt. It is McCall's 7906. And I would like to do either view C or view D. Those are the views. And this fabric, I might be a tiny bit short, so I'm really gonna have to make sure all the pieces fit on it first. I think I need like 3 and 7/8, and I think I have like 3 3/4, which is very, very close. So I'm hoping I'll just be able to squeeze that in, and it won't be a problem. And this is just a pleated skirt with buttons down the front. For whatever reason, I love skirts with buttons down the front. Scooter. Oh, Mr. Kitty. Here's Bubba. Mr. Scooty Boys. Little ornery baby. Ah, Bubba. Bye. The white fabric is just rayon that I got from Fabric Wholesale Direct. That blue fabric I got at the thrift store. And now the next thing I would like to make is this pair of shorts. And I bought this pattern back in high school. It's Advance 8991. Here are the shorts. They have some interesting pockets. And the fabric is this striped cotton that I got at the thrift store. And I bought that this year because I'm allowed to buy fabric this year. Which, speaking of that, I would really like to get down to Joann before the end of the month. It's currently like the second week of May right now. So it's really disappointing. As much as I hated going to Joann because everything was overpriced, it's like the only fabric store, but especially in my area, besides the Walmart. So I really miss in college whenever I was like 15 minutes from the Fabric Mart, but my next pattern is Butterick 6674, and I am moving into the dresses now. And this was a repeat from last year, I think for my spring sewing, that I never made. Just like my winter sewing this past year, I made one skirt and then I started the next skirt, and then yeah, it was disappointing. I'm really disappointed that I didn't get through more of my winter sewing, but it is what it is. Anyway, I don't know what view I want to do. Probably, let's be real, I like a patch pocket, so it'll probably be that one over there in the middle. And this is the fabric that I got at the thrift store a couple years ago. It's a floral fabric. I think it's home decor fabric, but that's besides the point. So I think at the same time when I bought this, I also bought that blue fabric. But that'll just be a cute flowery dress. And then in like the spring, I could wear a little shirt under it or whatnot. So it could function as a jumper dress. Next, I have Simplicity 9464. And I've been wanting to make this dress for a long time. I think I'm going to make view A. And the fabric I have is this fabric I got at a sewing sale at a church one time. Unfortunately, the sale was because somebody passed away, but the fabric for garments was $5 a piece, and the quilting cotton was like $5 a yard. So I kind of wish I would have gotten more garment fabric, but there wasn't that much garment fabric. Anyway, so I got this piece for $5. It's a border print. I think it will be very cute. I don't know how I'm going to work the border into the top because the border is on both sides of the fabric. I think that will be really cute. And I've been wanting to use that fabric because I got a couple border prints then, and I just haven't used any of them because I don't usually buy border prints. So I'm just like, oh, but I can't use it because then it'll be gone. But if I don't use it, it will rot. Next, I have a dress that I cut out. When did I cut this out? I think I cut it out before I was married. So that was back in the spring of 2023. Either that or I cut it out right after I got married. So I think it was before I got married. So 2023. And this poor pattern has been smushed in a bag. I cut out the top and I had just planned on gathering the skirt in for the bottom because it's a border print. It's not really a print. It has like lacy details at the bottom of it. But the pattern is Butterick 6682. And I wasn't going to use the actual pattern piece for the skirt because I think it was like a partial circle. I don't remember. I haven't looked at that pattern piece since 2023. Let's see if I can't get some of this out. I think I cut it out because I wanted to wear it for my honeymoon, but you know what? I got way too excited about making clothes for my honeymoon, and I had like 2 outfits a day. So that will never happen ever again in my life, but this is the fabric. It is like this dark blue and white stripe with this lacy border. I got this at Joann. Next, I have another dress, which I have a lot of dresses. I think it's mostly just because I don't have a lot of bottom weight fabric that is not like brown or plaid, autumnal colors and whatnot. So another reason why I would like to hop over to the Joann and see what they have left. The pattern I have for this last dress is Simplicity 1987, and this was my great grandmother's pattern. And I just think it would be super cute has the bows in the back of that. But anyway, this is the fabric. I got it at Fabric Mart. On my trip over to Fabric Mart and Zinks, which I have a video for that. And it's just this embroidered cotton fabric. Has little flowers embroidered on it with zigzag stitches, which I thought was cute. Next, I have some pajamas. The patterns I have are Simplicity 8799, which is a reproduction pattern. And then I have McCall's 3206, which I think I can't remember on this one if I wanted to make it with the shorts or just the nightgown. And I don't remember, I thought about this like about a month ago, because I have these fabrics that I bought on Fabric Wholesale Direct a couple years ago, and I think they look really cute, and like the little florals on the envelopes, and I don't know which ones I want to use for what, but I would like to make 2 of these up. I can't remember what I wanted to do. But anyway, that's what I want to do this summer with my sewing. And hopefully I'll finish organizing my sewing room. And yeah. I do have some side projects I would like to complete. Like I would like to make some placemats for my dining room, which I've had that fabric washed since February. I haven't done anything with that. And I would like to make curtains for my bedroom. But I don't know if I'll get around to doing that either. And I never ended up making curtains for my living room. Also, I wish I would have been able to show me doing the wallpaper, but it was pre-pasted and I had it in a tub. It was plastic tote that I keep my sweaters in, and it just barely fit in. And somebody kept coming in and trying to drink the water, so I had to close the door. And with how small this room is, it would have just been really hard to film that. And I did put up the wallpaper in my bathroom, which that would have also been really hard to film because it's a small room. And I don't know, I think I found that I don't really like filming home renovation stuff because I don't really like doing home renovation stuff, but also because I thought that filming them would get them done faster because then I'd have motivation to actually do them, and then I did not. So sorry about that. But I think I would like to get a thread rack for in here because I'm going to have to start buying all my thread on Wawak, which I usually just buy my black and white thread on there because it's like $5, $4 or $5 for the big spool, which in store at Joann was like more than that, maybe $10, $20. I don't remember. There was a reason why I stopped buying them at Joann because I would wait until I had a 50% off coupon for it. Or something or the other. But yeah, I usually just buy my black and white thread at Wawak because I use them a lot, but because I'll have to be buying my thread off of Wawak, I would like to get a thread holder because those spools, buying the big spools, they come on tubes instead of spool shaped. This isn't the best example because it's almost out, but it's the one that was closest to me. They come on these little tubes that are hollow. So, and the thread starts like half an inch in on both sides. So they just don't stay up good like regular shaped spools, but they're pretty fantastic. But anyway, these are my summer sewing plans. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you would like to see more summer sewing, please subscribe. If you would like to see what I'm up to day to day, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Sarah V Sews Vintage, and I'm going to try to start posting again on there. I think I'm still behind. I'll catch up. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye. What a sweet boy you are, Boba.